In this video I'm going to explain how you can use QuickShapes in Procreate 4.2. In the beginning you could only draw a perfect line. When you just drew the line and hold it, it would snap to a straight line. But now you can also draw shapes with it. So you can draw an ellipse, and when you hold it, you can also change the size of your ellipse. Then there's a new option, and that's called Edit Shape. When you tap on Edit Shape, you can adjust the points. And you can also draw a perfect circle. When you draw the circle and then place another finger on the screen, it will snap to a perfect circle. You can also draw a perfect square, but that's a little bit harder in Procreate. So just draw the square and then place your finger on the screen. And sometimes it just doesn't work because it becomes a rectangle. And now you have a perfect square, but you really need to practice that. It's easier to draw a rectangle and then it will snap to a rectangle. And the great thing about the Edit Shape is that you have different nodes you can use. You can adjust the corners and then it will snap to quadrilateral. And then you have some more options to change it. If you want to change it to rectangle, it snaps back to rectangle, and then you can just adjust the width and height of your rectangle. With polyline you can have some more options, so you can open up your shape, and with ellipse it will snap to an ellipse. What you also can do, and I figured that out later on, is also draw a triangle. And when you hold your finger, you have the perfect rectangle, and you can also edit it in polyline, quadrilateral, and triangle. And with triangle, you just can adjust the points. And this is very handy if you need to draw a perfect shape or want to work in a more graphical style. This is great. But you can also draw shapes that aren't filled. So if you want to draw a triangle without filling the shape, you can just draw part of the triangle and then edit it later. And here's the point where you can, change the height of your triangle. The same goes for curves. If you just want to draw a curve, and then you can edit it later. So this is great, if you want to do an illustration which is very graphical. So I'm just going to draw a cat, just using the QuickShapes. So I'm first going to start with the ellipse, and you can edit it. And you can also draw in arcs. So if you don't want to have an ellipse, you can just draw with curves and build up your illustration like that. And you still have the edit feature. And if you, for instance, want to draw the nose of the cat in a triangle, you can just use QuickShape to do that, because it will snap to a triangle and then you can adjust it. Also want to use that for the ears, but I don't want a close triangle, so I just draw the two sides of the ear, and you can adjust it like this. So you have a lot of options, but you know, when you mess up a shape or you don't draw it in a triangle way, you also get the options of quadrilateral. So I'm gonna draw this again and make it snap to triangle. You can also, you know, play around with the curves, edit shape, and so you can edit your drawing like this. And this could also be very handy if you want to draw letters, just like an S, or other letters that have more curves to it. You can use the same principle and use the QuickShape. Well, I can also draw the paws in one go and make it a little bit wonky. So you can, you know, just stick to drawing everything with QuickShape, or you can, you know, use it by drawing freehand or using the QuickShape. So you can just use the curves, and I'm just gonna paint the tail now, and I'm just gonna use the arc. And you cannot do this, otherwise it will go to a quadrilateral shape, and then you just can edit it in more rectangles. And then you can edit it, you know, with a lot more points, but I want this to be a curve, so you just have to check out how far you can go with drawing the curve. And then it's an ellipse, but not an closed ellipse. So you can play around with QuickShapes to, you know, draw more graphical. So you just can play around with the edit shape. There are just different options for it. Just going to use QuickLine to draw in the whiskers. This is just it's not about the drawing, but how you can use the QuickShapes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because each time I upload a new video, you get a notification. Drawing is fun, and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles!